Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Saw someone in the chat saying hi. How you doing? They made it interesting, I guess. It's the best you can say. This team just shows flashes of what they can do, and we all know they're better than this. I know you don't want to say it this year, but this is a much, much better team than what they have shown us so far this year. And we see it in small little flashes. I mean, they came back and somewhat made a game out of this, but in the end, the Oilers lose their third straight game, 6-3 to the Carolina Hurricanes tonight. New head coach Chris Knobloch. Happy Thanksgiving, JP. Sorry, new head coach Chris Knobloch. I wanted to make sure I replied to that. And hey, Jeremy. New head coach Chris Knobloch has his third straight loss. He's now officially lost more games than he's won as the new Edmonton Oilers head coach. And yeah, so it was 4-1 Carolina after one period of play. They went up 4-0. Stuart Skinner getting chased. The actual start to this hockey game was crazy. Let's start there. Darnell Nurse in warm-up fires a puck off the crossbar, I believe, comes back, hits him in the nose. He starts the game late. Thankfully, he was okay and came back. And then Stuart Skinner fell skating mid-game. He looked like he almost got hurt, and he ends up starting the game terribly, gives up 4 goals. Probably not all his fault, but once again, goaltending defense lets the team down. They're down 4-0, and ultimately that 4-0 goal ends up being the winning goal on the night. The Oilers slowly fought their way back, got some breaks, made it 5-3, but that's as close as they would get. Carolina would close it out with an empty net goal. The Oilers allowing now, 12, 17 goals the last 3 games. Just not good enough. The same problems that have been drowning them to a 5-12-1 start all showed up early tonight. It gets tiring just talking about the same thing every night. At least, I'm a realist. I don't expect the Edmonton Oilers to win every night. But when we've had to do negative game reviews 13 out of the first 18 games, it just takes all the fun out of it. It really does. There were some beautiful plays tonight. Connor, a beautiful pass. I think it was the third goal to Zach Hyman. Matthias Ekholm, a shorthanded goal tonight. Like I said, there was positives tonight. It was just, I don't even think I didn't celebrate the 5-2 goal, and I was somewhat happy after the 5-3 goal, but even the Oilers had got me into such a dark and frustrated place. It was just, you almost become numb to it. You almost expect it to happen, and I hate having that feeling. Like, I love the Oilers, and I want this team to win, and I know there's a good team hiding behind all this crap, and if they could just find a way to put a 60-minute effort together, they show such amazing stretches. Like, they were killing it in the third period. They were all over the Carolina Hurricanes. Like, they could have come back in this hockey game. The officiating was terrible as well, but I'm not going to blame this game on officiating, even though they definitely played a part in it. But the Oilers were their own worst enemy tonight. They were already down 4-0 before the officiating really took over the game. So maybe they could have come back, but they have themselves to blame for being in that hole and facing such a daunting task of coming back. You like to see that they had that drive to at least try and come back. They didn't just completely fold and let the game get away. But, God, if you could just start the game on time and not fall behind. I mean, I guess they started well the last few games, right? They were up 2-0, 3-2, 4-3, but they either start really well and let it drop off, or they fall behind and then spend the rest of the game trying to come back. There's been no happy medium there. Like, even when they were on their 3-game winning streak, they only really did it properly probably 2 of those 3 wins, right? Like the Seattle game, they had to come back, tie it, and win it in overtime. And then since that game, they've lost 3 straight. So it's just so incredibly frustrating watching this team. You know the potential that's there, and just to see it completely squandered. And Bob Stauffer on Oilers Now was saying yesterday that the cavalry isn't coming. I don't know if tonight changes that. The Oilers clearly have to do something. Jack Campbell the other night got a shutout for the Bakersfield Condors. Sorry, so it was great to see that for Jack, but he still lost, I think, the first 3 games down with the Condors. So we have to see something more consistent, and I hope that doesn't make Ken Holland and Jeff Jackson feel that they don't have to search for a goalie as bad, seeing that performance from Jack Campbell, because Jack Campbell's had some good games for the Edmonton Oilers, but one shutout doesn't change everything. Like, we have to see the consistency, and I don't know. He's got to be down there at least a while longer with Bakersfield. We got to see more than that. Like, I'm cheering for Jack. I want him to get back, whether it's with the Edmonton Oilers or another team. But the Oilers just have to do something else here. They just can't afford to sit on their hands anymore. 5-12-1. I know a lot of people are just going to say it's already over, it's already too late. But I just don't think it is too late, just because I know we see flashes of it. We see the possibility of what this team could be if they could just turn a few things around. And then, like, if you don't, I mean, it's an obvious thing, but if you obviously don't fall behind 4-0 in this first period of this game, this could have been a completely different hockey game with how they played in the second, and especially in the third. But it's such an obvious thing to say, but you got to put in a 60-minute effort, and the Oilers have found stretches here and there. Probably the closest I've seen them is the game at Commonwealth Stadium, the Heritage Classic I was at. That was probably as close to a 60-minute effort as I've seen, even though there was a bit of a drop-off in the second. But since then, it's just been nothing but frustration with this team, and some guys are having great years. Like Zach Hyman's up to 10 goals already. I think Evander Kane hit 8 the other night, and certain guys are going. It's just, I don't know what you need to galvanize this team to get it going. They've already fired a coach I don't think deserved to be fired. But we're past that now. We just got to get behind Chris Knobloch. Hopefully he can turn this team around. I don't blame him for any of this. I mean, this is on the guys. They just got to find what they're doing, and they got to get some help, I think, from management. Make a trade. I've mentioned maybe like bringing in some veteran help with the leadership, show guys ways they can get out of funks. I don't know. There's something that's got to happen to galvanize this team. So I don't know. It's at the risk of just repeating myself video after video, which I don't want to do, but it's just the same thing over and over that we see from this team. I know they can do better. It's just so frustrating to watch them do this. And I just hope maybe this second and third period, the performance that they gave gets them going. Unfortunately, the next game is on Friday, I think at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So a lot of us are not going to be able to see the game. I'm going to try and see if I can maybe catch some on the radio or something. I don't know if it's like I'm going to be working, right? So it's going to be hard to see it. But yeah, watch it be like the best game the Oilers play all year. But we'll see if something happens tomorrow, Thursday, before that game that can maybe get this team going. I don't know, but they show flashes. It's not good enough. They got to get a 60-minute effort going. I'm still going to believe for now, maybe foolishly, that this team can come back. Just, I know they can be better than this, and I believe they will be better than this, and they're going to at least make a season of it, but We got to see it soon because the hole's just getting deeper and deeper, and it may just get to the point where they can't dig themselves out of it. So I think that's all I got for tonight, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Take care, guys. Go watch a comedy or something. Get your mind off it. I'll see you soon.